Hello Pisces, Pisces Rising and Pisces Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting June 19th, 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you out there, I've got a pre-order sale going on for the Tarot Home Study series that I'm actually, well, Home Study course. There's a series of downloads in it, but it's all coming out at once. It's going to be going up for sale and for download on the 1st of July. And the pre-order sale is basically exactly as it sounds. It's discount if you pre-order now at my website, integrativemysticism.com. It's over 3 hours of teachings, of classes, of video content, and supplemental documents taken straight from a book that I'm actually working on right now as well. And if you're interested in that, you know what? It's a way to learn tarot at your own pace, in your own space, on your own time. And I think it's going to really do a lot for a lot of folks, because a lot of this curriculum is also what we would normally do in a tarot tutorship class, so all of it is there. And of course, again, like I said, it's at my website, integrativemysticism.com, the same place you'd go to get a session with me. So what is going on with your astrology this week, Pisces? Early on in the week, on Tuesday, we've got an interesting angle going on. We've got the Sun and Mercury in your 4th house of home and family. You know, currently working over ways to bring in more money into the home front, whether it's a home-based business or between you and your partner, enabling you to be able to move and have more freedom and actually bring more closeness in your family. But it's forming a very strong square to Chiron, currently in Pisces, in your sign. And remember, Chiron is a tough asteroid for everyone to deal with. It's kind of our baggage. Some people call it the wounded healer. I just call it our baggage. It's the stuff that we're not over. It's the stuff that we haven't fixed. It's the stuff we're trying to compensate for in our lives. And so a good thing can cause bad feelings to come up, because what can happen is a breakthrough, and a very, very good one nonetheless, and very good news could be coming on this day that is forcing you to cope with or confront an issue you may have with a relative that you have not found the time, energy, or maybe even just felt inclined to confront that issue right away. But for the sake of whatever this great turn of events is, it's more than necessary. At the end of the week, we've got the Sun and a new moon moving into Cancer, into your 5th house of love and romance, opening up opportunities for new love and new romantic opportunities for all of you, deepening the intimacy in existing relationships, but also bringing more than one option and opportunity to a lot of you single Pisces people that are looking to hit the town. Now, this is actually a long-standing angle. It's not normally something I bring up in a weekly horoscope, but a lot of folks have been asking me to remind them about lunations and things like that, and this is something that carries on well into the end of the first week of July. So what is going on with your cards this week, then? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Fairy Godmother. And the Fairy Godmother does talk about a revelation, or perhaps something coming from you being spared a challenge, or spared a problem. Okay, the Fairy Godmother can talk about a need to pay attention to where something we are denied this week, whether it's taken off the table, or it's prevented from coming into our space, or it's kept from us, is actually sparing us a lot of harm and heartache. And you may find out news about something even recently. It's better that you weren't there in the first place with it. Now, sometimes we tend to fight with our Fairy Godmother. We want to see it for ourselves, you know, prove it, prove it, prove it. Proof will come, but maybe you don't necessarily want to be there for that. The Fairy Godmother can also put instances together where, again, very much like that Chiron aspect, where good comes to us by testing our wounds and pushing on our bruises a little bit. And we need to accept the challenge. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Knight of Swords reversed. And this can indicate a problem showing up with either a client or a coworker that is not actually doing a very good job of explaining their case. So how do we help somebody if they can't explain their case? Well, the Knight of Swords reverse can show up where this person is definitely upset or offended by something, but again, with the Knight of Swords reverse, we tend to see an issue that's inarticulate, or maybe somebody pleading their case, and the case is inarticulate, and therefore we're kind of at a standstill. There's nothing we can do. And that's actually the right thing to make a point of, okay? Because with the Knight of Swords reverse, there may be an issue going on, most likely with an air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, that we can't actually handle right now. And until they can actually bring this to us, there's no need to tear down the office around us just because they need to vent. The Knight of Swords reversed, however, does indicate good news as far as finances are concerned, but be careful about offending somebody because you took on an opportunity you have every right to, and they didn't get offered in the first place. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Star card reversed. Now this is actually a good card even though it is reversed, and the Star card reversed is basically saying a friend or a relative may be getting back in touch with you about something that we took off the table indefinitely. We can't necessarily embark on this journey or this adventure right away, but the Star card reverse is saying putting that out there is going to allow it to come to be for you and whoever this special person is. The Star card reverse could indicate a saving grace coming from somebody in the least likely way or from the least likely person. Now again, while this is not something that's going to take effect this week, this may be something that we will agree to work towards and actually have that culminate maybe even 2 or 3 months down the road. The Star card reversed, however, is indicating whatever this good news is, it is intended to come into your life early to replace something you may not necessarily get to fulfill, as per the fairy godmother. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Queen of Pentacles upright. Not necessarily a bad card as a challenge. In fact, the Queen of Pentacles is a very nice card. But with the Queen of Pentacles, as far as a challenge goes, we may be seeing an issue where somebody needs to do everything with their own hands. That's a good quality that can sometimes get a little out of hand with this person. Most likely an Earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn, or somebody who, bears a lot of those qualities. The Queen of Pentacles tends to be that very self-made, by their own bootstraps type of person. But if we have a situation where neither we nor she is actually going to be able to get something done in a timely fashion, and we might need to get more help, or even take assistance, she's not the easiest person to convince to do that. And sometimes we get somebody who's just a bit too proud in the Queen of Pentacles to be able to know when it's okay to let go of that control. It doesn't necessarily mean she's controlling, but again, I think that she's too hung up on trying to be the self-sufficient, self-made person. And it may be a problem down the road if we need to, if this person is insisting on, everything being done with self-sufficiency. I love self-sufficiency and personal accountability, I always advocate it, but at the same time, there is such a thing as being too proud, and we might find a way to, kindly let her know that. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Queen of Swords reversed. Love might be a bit of a challenge this week for a lot of you Pisces people, even though towards the end of the week, that's when all the good juice starts going. Because the Queen of Swords reversed can indicate a situation where a partner, or possibly even a crush, or one of our children is just not over an issue where they've been burned in the past, and all of a sudden that means we don't necessarily get to have a clean slate. We've all had situations like that, where we go on a date with somebody and date number 1 is all about their ex, and the details of their breakup and their divorce and whatever, and it's kind of like we don't really get to know this person, or they don't get to know us, and there could be a chance that somebody who embodies that mistake could be trying to get your attention, but they're just not ready to be in a relationship. And I'm sorry, with the Queen of Swords reversed, that is just the truth when it comes to new people. Now, when it comes to partners, the Queen of Swords reversed may not necessarily be a situation where it's getting in the way of your relationship. But your partner may actually be going out of their way to confront some heartache or some issues they have with somebody else that they are not over, they're not done with. And you may feel that maybe their issues with their parent or with their friend is starting to become a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And it may be time to check in to see if they really want to keep that there, or if they are ready to be done and over with it, And because then with Chiron in the air right now, Chiron is a big influencer right now, a lot of people are having a hard time not glamorizing their drama and their dysfunction. Sometimes that is something that needs to be checked. So that is your horoscope, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.